Hello everyone, it is me, Candor Yu-Gi-Oh, and welcome to another video. So first off, I want to sit and apologize if the mic is acting up. I had to reset my laptop and it has been finicky. So I've been gone for way too long, but we are here today showcasing a deck that I have not actually showcased on the channel ever. We have Noodle Ninjas. So, Noodle Ninjas, why now? Why am I visiting them now? Well, Noodle Ninjas ended up getting a new skill, Noodle Reboot, which this skill can only be used if all of the level 5 or higher monsters in your deck are fire attribute pyro effect monsters with 0 defense, and or all normal monsters are pyro pyro type. Requirement to use the effect, none. The effect is choose one face-up level 5 or higher monster on your field. It gains 600 attack until the end of this turn. Then, if it was a level 7 or higher monster that was summoned this turn, you can add one pyro normal monster with 1300 or less attack from your graveyard to your hand. They also ended up getting support from the new not mini box rather, but the new build box. This has culminated in this card right here, Extra Spice the Elite Noodle Ninja. The requirement to use its effect is send one face-up pyro-type normal monster from your field to the graveyard to inflict 1000 damage to your opponent and draw a card. This deck is honestly kind of strong. I've done some testing and this is the deck that I used for a little bit trying to get up to King of Games, which I did hit. Utilizing the Noodle Art of Roastery and the boost from Spice, the Elite Noodle Ninja, and the boost from Noodle Art Reboot, and the burn from Extra Spice, it's very easy to get boosted attack, lower your opponent's life points, and even go for powerful OTK pushes utilizing tools such as Tribute to the Doomed. This deck is strong, and I definitely wanted this to be my first deck that I showcase from the support box. So let's go ahead, run into some King of Games matches here, and see how it performs. All right, we're going second here, and obviously we have the 5-win streak because we just went and got up to King of Games. This hand is interesting, but it gets a lot better if they set back row. If they try to establish back row here, we're in a much better spot because we're drawing into an additional card, and they do. Perfect. I would love if it's just one back row, one monster, because then we can potentially show off the OTK potential of this deck, but I don't know if we can OTK through that. At least with this hand. I don't know if that's a possibility. We're going to Tribute for Harpy Lady Sisters. Yeah, we can't OTK through Harpy Lady Sisters, but... well, we can, but probably not on this turn. So this means that they are on the Harpy deck. I guess unless we draw... but we're going to go Cyclone, pop the back row. Draw a card from our deck, Pyro. So Pyro, beautiful. Alright, we're going to go normal, normal. We are going to use our Tribute here to go into Spice. Use the effect of the skill. Target Spice, add a card to her hand. And we are going to summon those two in for a second copy of Spice here. We're going to use the first one. Mill to normal. We're going to use the second one. Didn't mill a normal, milled Tribute to the Doomed, which isn't great. But we're going to hit in for 9, and then we're going to hit in for 36. So immediately you can see how we're being able to exert this big pressure and This is what the deck is at. The deck is very, very good at exerting this pressure to your opponent's life points that kind of forces them to either play more defensively or try to kill you and hope that they can out both of your monsters before they continue on with their turn. They are going to go in for a tribute summon of Harpy's Pet Dragon. This can boost up to 2,700s potentially. Just to clear a Spice, the Elite Noodle Ninja, which isn't terrible. And that's just what they're going to do. Unfortunately, this does mean they just lose. They do just lose the duel immediately here. We're going to draw for turn. Doesn't even matter what we draw for turn. That's actually a pretty funny draw. So we're going to go for... We're just going to... Yep. Yeah. They saw the writing on the wall. We didn't even need to go in for the burn. We just won there because we drew any normal. Any normal summon won us the game there. All right, now let's get going into the second duel because that one was honestly much faster than I was expecting it to be. But you can kind of see now the potential for damage that this really has, and that is quite exciting. I think it's always exciting to see decks like this because they are honestly quite different than a lot of other decks that we've seen in the metagame. These decks like Resonance, which, by the way, Resonance is back at full power, being able to, do everything. But this is just a deck that is kind of just damage. It goes in for tons of damage, and it does it very well. All right. And we might even be facing Resonance here. Who knows? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set 3 cards and pass our turn. Good enough for me here. Is there a ton that our opponent could do? I guess they could do a bit of a combo summon out Dragius and hit in for 25 potentially. They could end up hitting in for more as well if they had were able to get Dragius, Dragonic Slayer stuff going. There's Dragius, and it's the alt art Dragius. This is from the Buck build box. Gravity Press. Okay, so this is 3 attacks here. So they're not going to be able to clear everything. And we get 3 normal monsters in the grave. So no matter what, this Spice will be contesting the Dragius here. But I also want to have something that can contest Gravity Press. I think that helps us. We're going to go summon 2. Tribute here for Spice. We're going to normal you. Set. We are going to go Noodle Art Reboot on Spice. We're not going to add a card. And we're going to mill. Mill into a normal. It's really nice. Alright, we're going to get in for 900 here and then 400 into their Gravity Press. Fortunately, the back row is Ghost Cyclone, but hopefully they go through their loop to pop it. But even if they don't, if they just attack over us and set a back row, we are in a good spot for the Cyclone being around. Alright, they're going to normal 3, use Talismanic Seal Array. This is going to lower Spice by 1,400, down to 800 attack. Potentially that just means that these are just going to attack in. That they're just going to go, yep, they're just going to go battle phase and start attacking, which I think is completely fine. We're going to take damage, but it's far from the end of the world. We're going to draw for turn here. Well, that's a really, really, really good set of draws. We're going to go ahead, normal summon Seahorse Carrier. We're going to use Seahorse Carrier. I'm going to grab Canon here, but it really does not matter. Normal you. Yeah, because no matter what, we get the same amount of normal monsters into the graveyard. Then we have this. Canon the Sword Diva. Which doesn't really do anything. I think what we're going to do, though, is we're going to target Spice. We are going to add, because we're going to be able to get in for a lot of damage here if we do. We're going to go ahead, normal our fire, use the effect of Spice the Elite Noodle Ninja, and I think, if I'm not getting my math wrong, this is just game. 5, this is 2k, it's not. It's not. I am very bad at math, I guess. This is 14. That's still a lot of damage. That's a lot of room our opponent has to fight back from. But it's Rush Duel, so 2,900 life point difference really doesn't matter. I guess it does, because they are just going to surrender. All right. Well, that's what? Is that 2? Was that our second or was that our third? Are we 2-0 or are we 3-0? Because yeah, we're 2-0 for the videos. We're gonna go for one more. Just gonna do one more for this. Gonna keep it a bit shorter. But I mean, Noodle Ninja, very interesting. It's proving to be a very compelling deck, and I'm very interested to see how it actually progresses going forwards. I'm really curious how it's going to especially perform in the tournament scene. We are at a 7-win streak. Is this the same person? I don't think so. Set 2 back row, set 1 monster, 2 monsters. Tribute set. Oh, it's gonna be one of these duels, I see. Yeah, they're on Harpy, so we have to just keep it in an attack. It's worth getting in for damage. If they widespreaded there, yeah, wouldn't have made sense. After all, they're just taking 13 because we didn't draw into another normal summon. That's kind of annoying. I guess what I could have done is send one of these. Then we have Flameserb. Flameserb would be able to go into 27 because of the skill. And we could have added Fire Yarrow back actually off the skill, go into Spice for even more damage. But if either of these are... yeah, thinking back, that was the play. But it's looking like it doesn't... It might not matter. It might, though. I just gonna be honest, it might have mattered. I don't even know what you want me to say. Like, now it definitely mattered, right? Because we're just bricking on high levels. Well, this is Rush Duel for you, folks. Sometimes you just brick on normal summons. Whatever. Yeah, they just bumped this and then they win. If they're smart, they'll Hysteric Forces this and not effect, try to boost up Harpy Lady Sisters. Yeah, they win the game. We'll just activate it. I know it doesn't work. Trust me, I know it doesn't work. I just don't want to have to either toggle off or keep hitting yes, no, maybe so. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, that one I did misplay. I could have positioned that a little bit better, to the point where I am able to summon 2 monsters, go in for another one to get just more damage in. I think that was probably the correct play, right? Let's go to get more damage, because then I'm in a better spot. I'm taking less damage on the next turn. No, they drew into Tribute. So it would have been hit by Tribute anyways, but we would have drawn more cards off the top, which potentially would have allowed us to actually play more aggressively and actually deal damage and not just set to back row when we are in lethal range. Yeah, I don't feel great about how I played that one, truth be told. But it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to be uploading more frequently here. I've got 3 other videos planned at the moment. 2 of them are just kind of the normal video. Normal type of video. The, duck showcase. Kind of like this. We're showcasing Noodle Ninja. I want to showcase Thunder, and I want to showcase Aggro, and then Fire Dragon. From the new box. I'm not level 25 on Luke yet, though, so I can't do that. But the other video is an edited video. I want to try to make content that has been edited down. Edited sounds so weird coming out of my mouth. But I want that. I want scripted content and content that has gone through an editing cycle. Editing cycle. The one that I have planned is Rush Duel, the good and the bad. This is basically going to just be me talking about kind of my thoughts on Rush Duel. What I like, what I don't like. This is not meant to be... It won't be an objective look like this is objectively good for the game, this is objectively bad for the game. Though some of the things that I don't like about the game, I would argue are bad for the game. But, yeah. So I plan to have... My goal, at least, is 1 edit video a month. And then, if I feel comfortable and get back into the swing and get into actually editing, releasing content like that, I'm going to try to do more. Potentially, we might be looking into releasing series in the future, but I'm not at a point both in the channel size and in my... I just don't think I'm at the level yet to do constant series. That's kind of what it boils down to. But yeah, we're gonna be shooting for that. Another thing, I'm going to try to be streaming now. This is going to be on Tuesday nights or Wednesday mornings. That is the current goal. Tuesday nights would be at starting at 7 p.m. EST, going for about 2 hours, 3 hours. Wednesday, 2-3 hours as well, but starting at 11 a.m. EST. So starting right away in the morning on Wednesdays. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.